And I like that. I like to mess with them when the Lord called me a nigga. I said, I ain't a fool nigga. I said, your granddad raped my grandma. And I sure did. Your granddaddy, your great granddaddy raped my great grandma, and she had a half baby, black, white baby. So I'm your brother whether you like it or not. White nigga. And then I told one day, I said, if you knew how you got to be your color, you might want to be like me. And don't none of y'all know how white man come into being, do you? You wasn't created white. You know that nigga's a spot. You thought he was you thought Adam was white. He was a 7 midnight boy. He had to kiss Eve in the daytime. They were so black. I'm trying to tell you. They wasn't no white people. The word Adam means reddish, ruddy, or black, brownish. It wasn't white. There was no white man in the world for, 6,000 years. Wasn't a white man nowhere. They were cursed. That's how they got to be white. They were cursed. The Caucasian complexion is a symbol of a curse. Lepers, when a man was leprous, he lost his pigmentation. Leper would eat all of your pigmentation out, and you are white. Your skin is white. Y'all know that? Now, I want y'all to write this down, or you'll know from now on. I'm going to tell you where to go read and see how it started, because there wasn't none. Ham, Shem, and Japheth were the 3 boys that Noah had. Not one of them was white. Not one. Ham was the darkest. Shem was a little bit lighter. And Japheth was the lightest. But they were all Negroes, or Nigers, or niggers. Okay? You ain't heard none of that in school having baby girl. You ain't gonna hear it, because they're not in the textbook. You have to look at history to find that stuff from different books that were written up. Okay? What to do this either. So like that, y'all. Get it. I told a girl one time on the internet, she said she was didn't want to talk to no niggas. And I said, I really appreciate you for recognizing me and respecting me for who I am. I said, because for a long time you have been ignorant of what you're doing. And if you had the sense of a mosquito, I told her, I guess this is a mosquito. You'll go get you a dictionary and look up the word nigger, and you'll find out that it means black man, and that's what I am. I said, but you're so stupid. You listen to your granddad tell you that means dumb. It don't mean dumb. It means black man. Now, I hope that I'm educating you on who I am, but I really appreciate you respecting me as a black man. You just used the word nigger. And I was sitting there back when we used to have the chat line. I said that one time, I bet you 100 folks come on there and say, and now you got that. And a lot of folks were white, because they had the picture out. You get what I'm saying? But if you cringe when somebody insults you, then they won the game. Okay? So I'm going to give y'all a little passage of scripture and let y'all know where your first white man come from. And then y'all can do what you want with it. I think it's in the book of Kings. Let me find it for you. This ain't where I'm going, because I had some more stuff I want to tell you. I had a black man that said today, homicide in the black community is how you say it, is devastating It's a devastating plague in the black community, and it is time we stop ignoring it and protest against black on black crime. First time I ever heard a black man say anything like that. Detroit is messed up. Chicago is messed up. Baltimore is full of how many percent? I forgot how many percentage. The murders in Baltimore, Maryland is I forgot what percentage higher than the national average. Higher than the national average. And the black on black crime, there are more young boys getting killed among the black community than and they added Hispanics to it. I just thought I'd throw that out for you. But what I told y'all I was looking for. I look for Kings, and I'm looking for the 5th chapter in the 2nd Kings. I think it is. It ain't the first. Let me find the 2nd Kings. Oh, yeah. It'll take 200 years teaching to get us over that cringe ass feeling when somebody says, we can call one up nigga all day. Y'all don't know that. Nigga, what you got there? And now I notice in some of those low classes, white communities, they call one another nigga. What I looking for? 5th chapter of 2nd Kings. You read that, and you'll see what's going on. And I think y'all know the story. The first white man that ever walked on the face of the earth, his name was G. Y'all ready for this? His name was Gehazi. It's the 5th chapter of 2nd Kings. Read the whole 2nd Kings, you'll find out. The first white man was cursed because he told a lie on the prophet of God. And the curse was that he would lose his pigmentation. Wow. Y'all ever look at the thoroughbred Egyptian? They don't look white. You take a thoroughbred from India, they're not white. Y'all never noticed? You look at any of those Middle East countries that are government established, and 90% of those folks are not white. The only time you find a white man is when you go to England, or when some of them went on there and try to take over some of them black countries, like they did the Zulus. And the Zulus ran them out. So Gehazi is the first man, is your first white man. And I told, the last verse here, he went out white as snow. I told a white man that in Plymouth one day when he was talking about, I think I told y'all this once before, he thought he had got close to me and we were on first name basis and all that kind of stuff, boy, and he want to ask me a question, Mr. Bill. I'm going to ask you a question, David. I said, okay, go ahead. What do you think about white and black getting married and all that kind of stuff? Y'all tell I got a little white in me. Yeah, that girl and that. I said, hey, don't make me no difference, whatever. You love one another, black, white, blue, white, I don't care. And playing devil's advocate, some of those asking what he thinks. I knew what he thought, because he wouldn't ask a question if he didn't. I said, what do you think? He said, I think that blacks should stay with blacks and whites with whites, and that's all. I said, that's what you think. I said, well, what's going to happen if your son walk in your house one day and he got a black girl on his arm? What you going to do then? I got to go to the restroom. I said, well, hurry back. I said, because I don't I'm gonna tell you where your first white man come from. He jumped out off of that roof painting. He got that number. He jumped out off of that thing and went in there. And that's the first time that man had to pee 30 minutes. Ain't nobody got to. You don't even do that. But I guess he thought by the time he come back out, I done forgot. About 30 minutes later, he come back out there, climbed up on the sky and stuff. Now, let me tell you where you were. And told him where to go read. He read them seats that y'all sitting on by then, but you started. You had to say, what I'm saying? You got to use his. You use yours, and you coming up with alien stuff. But take what he offered you and give it right back to him. You know, and see, don't he change that? When I told that woman come on the one day and told me, said, "You a Christian?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, y'all don't believe, y'all believe that son." Yeah. Well, God ain't got no son. I said, "You mean tell me I'm not a son of God?" "No, God ain't got no son. God is all by himself." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "But I'm gonna tell you something." I said, "You don't read the New Testament." "No." I said, "Why?" "Because that's a Christian thing, and the Christians think that." I said, "Well, I'm gonna take your book, the Old Testament, and I can show you in the book you read every day that God had more than one son." "Well, I want you to show me." I said, "You turn to the 6th chapter of Genesis and read the first 6 verses. You turn to Job chapter 1 and chapter 2, and you read those 3 verses out of both of them, and then you come back and tell me." It took her 3 days. I was on there one day, and she said, "Hey, Pastor." I said, "Hey." She said, "This is whatever, Sherrod or Aaron." I said, "Oh." She said, I read that book." I said, "Well, what you got?" She said, you bad." I said, "What do you mean I'm bad?" I hadn't read that. I said, "I know it. You so busy listening to them Muslim that you ain't listening to God." And then she spent a week asking questions on the Christian faith. See, you got to know how to win this thing. You fighting them against them because they call you. That girl said, she back there fighting on the bus. And that girl said, she, Mrs. Washington. I said, "What?" No, it was calling me Pride. "Mr. Pride." I said, "What?" "I'm driving." She called me. I said, "What you fighting for?" She called me a fool. I said, "Is you a fool?" "No." I said, "Well, if you ain't no fool, why you back there fighting? Fools fight." You know? I said, "Go back there and sit down and stop being a fool." That ended that situation. You got to know how to work with the plan that they got started and beat them up with it. You know? Man called me a nigger, and I take it as, "Well, I really appreciate you understanding who I am, because if you had the brains of a buzzer, you would look in the Bible dictionary and find out that the word nigger means black man. You know I'm black." I said, "Furthermore, if I tell you how come you white, you wouldn't like it. You want to be black like me." You get what I'm saying? Because you are an original. He said, "I am an original. You were created your color. Niggas." Jeez. You know? The Lord, God is submitted. You know what I'm saying? Okay? 7 of the murders that took place in Chicago in the year 2020. 75 murders were black. They were murdered. Black, 75 people killed. They were 75%. And 75% that was killed was black. Listen at this. 71%, this is just in Chicago, 71% of the people that did the killing of the 75%, 71% were black. I don't see nobody in the street protesting against that. And it's wrong for that man to sit on that boy's face and smother him. Y'all agree, don't you? He died on the ground talking about, I can't breathe. It was wrong. They ought to put him under the jailhouse. They ought not even let him out. I don't care if he was a police. Idiot. But it don't negate the fact that we in our own community are killing 7 times more than that one police killed. Y'all get it? Homicide in Detroit. One preacher said, it's time that we protest against black on black crime. I'm saying, you just not discovered that? You know, you got 7 boys killed by 7 boys, and it's all black. Nothing is said about that. You got one redneck set on another man till he's smothered, and the whole world go berserk. Is that balance in our thinking? And I'm against it. You take that Marine, you saw that Marine on TV, that the boy walking down the street, mind don't miss. He go out there pushing on somebody, get out of our neighborhood. Y'all ain't see that? And the boy ain't hit him back and all kind of stuff. I think another black woman come out to him, come on. And he walked off. But they locked him up and then hit on the base where he was, they took away his privileges as a drill sergeant and all that kind of stuff. I agree with that 100%. I disagree with all them Negro boys killing one another, and we ain't even lifting up a finger that says wrong. Fair for the goose, it also fair for the gander, don't you think? Black community leaders weigh in on the debate over whether black on black crime should be protested. Weigh in, which means they ain't started just talking about it. On whether they should even talk about it. But let one white man, one cop, kill one black man, and the whole nation go crazy. But there are 50 black that were killed the same day that you don't say nothing about. And you tell this lie hypocritically. Black lives matter. That's a black lie. Okay. But it bothers me as a Christian, as a pastor, and as a man. It bothers me that one crime is not as bad as another when the crimes itself are equal. And watch this. If that white man had an ounce of sense, he wouldn't have sat on that boy's neck until he smothered. But those 71 black boys 75 black boys that were killed by 75% of black boys that were shot by 71% of the black boys, they intended to do it. You get what I'm saying? It was their intention. They went out to kill one another. Nothing is said about that. Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, Miami, Tampa, West Palm Beach are some of the murderous. You take you know what? If I could do it, I'd go to the jail. You know what? If I could do it, I'd go to the jail and tie. What that boy? He ain't in jail, is he? The one that killed that boy
Zimmerman.
yeah.
I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what he had.
But if I could do it, I'd go get me a bull whoop and get somebody and tie down. And I whoop him once a week, every week for the least. Because you don't, it's wrong. I'm equal police crime. Because he was educated with it. But now, get to seeing what this guy can say.
Like you said.
It just stay that way, and that's not right.
That's what like you said. Nephew Christopher, he's in Louisiana.
Yeah, it is. But that kind of stuff bothers me because I know it's not. And like I said Sunday, these girls don't have much to look for when they're talking about looking for a husband. You know, because in prison than they are whites. Here's how the ratio is. Now, I'm using hypothetical split. You got 100 black men and 500 white men. You got 50 white and 70. What was that? So I went for down here on the bottom of the page, reading up on this stuff. It wasn't, and I was going to show you scripture where it started it all over again, but we done messed that up now. Gehazi, we done messed that up now. Gehazi, this story here with Gehazi is about Naaman. Y'all know Naaman, right? Naaman was a leper. And leprosy is when your skin turns to be soles, and when the soles dry up, and it ain't a white, black, healthy. It's white, black, you ain't got no pigmentation. Your color is on you to protect you from
UV.
I forget.
UV.
UV.
UV.